Mike here has got something he wants to add. Mike has been, I think he's been working with Kristi today a little bit, I think, in fact. Mike's got something he wants to speak on real quick, and then we'll get to Kristi here, okay?
Thank you, Jim. Some of you have been to the Freedom Makers and heard the presentation on freedom makers and freedom takers, and the fact that we have to eliminate the terminology of Republican, Democrat, conservative, and liberal, and we all become one thing. We become either a freedom taker or a freedom maker. That's what Kristi was talking about. We have to stand together and look at a single government instead of a fractured government. Right now we serve two monarchies, the Republicans and the Democrats, and they both failed us. For the last 100 years they failed us. You know, when we talk about throwing away our votes, you're voting for an independent or something, you know, I can tell you, I'm 52 years old, so I've been voting for a little over 30 years now. I believe I've thrown away my vote every time I voted because I haven't been served by either one of the parties. So consider that. We have to. If we're going to change, we have to change within. You know, when you vote, you got to think: am I throwing my vote away? And anymore, if I vote for somebody I don't believe in, I'm throwing my vote away. So I'm not doing it anymore. And neither is Kristi. One of the end games of the Freedom Makers is to take back our government one community at a time. And we have a set of principles, the Freedom Maker principles. They're on the website. Kristi has looked at these. And we talked about it today. And I'll just read a few of these really quickly. Instill the concept of personal responsibility in all decisions and expect the same from others. Freedom of speech, not equality of speech. Government accountability. Equality of opportunity, not outcome. Right to bear arms. Right of personal property. Freedom of religion and equality of religions. States' rights. Protect the elected process and eliminate voter fraud. Reduce government footprints at all levels of government. Protect national sovereignty. Make English the national language. Protect our borders and reduce unreformed taxation. And one of the things we ask to do is we ask the candidates to take a pledge, to look at these principles and work them out. There may not be everything they can agree with, and we'll sit down with them and make sure that it's something we can hammer out. But never again do we want a candidate that changes and changes and changes their story in front of every group we go to. We want somebody that's going to stand behind us. And we had a pledge here, and Kristi's actually added to this pledge. And I'm going to read it, and I'm going to give her the opportunity to read it as well. But, well, no, I'll take it back. Kristi, would you like to come up and read the pledge?
Mike had written, I pledge to uphold the Freedom Maker principles. If I fail to uphold these freedom principles, I have failed to represent my constituents and my country. I am not worthy of serving, and I agree to resign. And I added, and not seek office again. That's how serious I was.
Folks, if you've got a candidate the last 50 years that will make a commitment like that, if you haven't, then stand up and let them know how we appreciate it. This is a kind of candidate to work for you, to save this nation. Everybody. Republicans, Democrats, Independents will stand up to do this. And there's our expectations from Kristi. I thank you for being the first one to stand up.
I honestly mean this. I mean this with sincerity of heart. If you get my business card, that's my cell phone number. I take my calls. My calls are not screened. I take them all. You can ask. You can ask the many people that have called me. I want to be held accountable by you. And I've already told Mike, I'll sign it, but you better do your part and hold me accountable.
We're inviting Republicans, Democrats, Independents, Constitutionalists, any party at all to come up, and we would like them to compete with Kristi and who can be the biggest freedom maker. Because we don't call them all, but we're going to invite them all to come in and be a part of the program and lay it on the line just like Kristi did.